Students, today's class for PharmD students about the natural pesticides is a small chapter, but frequently every university exam of Kuhas, they have asked at least a question, a 5 mark, even they have asked in 10 mark questions also. So it's very simple for the students to remember and to write very attractively. So I have taken this topic with a minimal or a brief information to remember and to write your exam. So we can see that some of the past questions since 2015, they have asked from this chapter a 5 mark question simply write about or a Pyrethrum. They have asked natural pesticide control agent 5 mark question they have asked, and any two natural pest control agent which you have studied they have asked for 5 mark question. Mention natural pesticides with their pharmacognostical nature asked for 5 mark question, and explain in detail about natural pesticides they have asked 5 mark question in 2018. Explain in detail about natural pesticides they have asked in December 2018, and they have asked as a 10 mark question, define the following terms like what is insecticide, fungicide, rodenticide, herbicide, and explain leaf drugs as natural pesticides. Explain leaf drugs as a natural pesticide containing pyridine, pyrolidine groups of alkaloids. 10 mark question in June 2021 they have asked. And given, they have asked a question, give an account of natural pesticides, write a detailed note on Pyrethrum. 10 mark question they have asked in November 2021, and discuss the advantages of natural pesticides, add a note on the pharmacognosy of Neem. 5 mark question in May 2022. What are natural pesticides? Write a detailed note on Neem they have asked. 10 mark question March 2023. Give the merits and demerits of natural pesticides they have asked for 5 mark question in December 2023. Write a note on Pyrethrum as natural pesticides and its significance. 5 mark question in April 2024. Like that they are asking repeatedly. So I have made a lecture in such a way the students can remember the points and to answer if it is a 5 mark or even in the 10 mark. If they ask, the PharmD students will be able to write, I hope, if you listen to the class and if you make your notes yourself and keep for your ready for your final exam in the beginning stage itself. Once you prepare, then it will be very easy for you to write the exam in the final stage. So pesticides are chemical compound useful in killing pests. This is a common and general definition anybody knows. A pesticide is a chemical compound or even a biological agent such as a bacteria, virus, antimicrobial or disinfectant that prevents, incapacitates or kills the pests. That's the point which you should write. The term pesticide include all of the following: herbicide, insecticide, which can involve insect growth, regulate, and termiticides, etc. Nematicide, A nematicide is a type of chemical pesticide used to kill plant parasite nematodes. Molluscicide means used to control and eliminate aquatic snail by interfering with their energy metabolism, thereby disrupting their motility and other essential process. So this is all the words should be remembered by the student. Pesticide, we know that. Herbicide, and a substance, normally a chemical used to kill birds. Herbicide. Rodenticide, rodents to kill bactericides, insect repellent, animal repellent. These all words comes under this pesticide. And antimicrobial and fungicide. Natural pesticides are pesticides that are made from things found in nature. They may be made from animals, plants, minerals, or microorganisms. A brief history in natural pesticides we should know. Nicotin sulfate was derived from tobacco leaves in 17th century for the use as an insecticide. You know that it is an alkaloid which contains nitrogen in the 6-membered ring with connected with the 5-membered ring with an external methyl group with the sulfate that is obtained from the tobacco leaves. Tobacco leaves cultivated and very costly and very much having an marketing value. Tobacco leaves, Nicotin sulfate which is obtained was used as an insecticide. In 19th century saw the introduction of 2 more natural pesticides. One is Pyrethrum, derived from chrysanthemum plant, chrysanthemum flowers, chrysanthemums. This pyrethrum is a structure. It's not a nitrogen containing alkaloid. It is not an alkaloid. It's a pyrethrum. Is an organic compound with a lactone ring of 5-membered ring. There are pyrethrin 1, pyrethrin, silarinin 1 is also there. And in 19th century itself, the history says, Rotino is another compound which is derived from the roots of tropical vegetables like Dius elliptica. This is the structure of rotinone. Rotinone also, you can have a lactone ring as well as a quinone rings which are present. It's not a steroidal, looks like a steroidal ring structure. It is not a steroidal ring structure. It has a phenanthrene ring structure with a benzene aromaticity and a 5-membered lactone ring in the top, as we have seen, as we have studied in the any digoxin or in cardiac glycosides. So this rotinone is also have been used as an pesticide, natural pesticide in 19th century from the roots of Dius elliptica. You see the plant, Dius elliptica, the roots and the rhizome have been used. Classification of pesticides are according to the types of pests that they kill. Group of pesticides, types how they kill, you can see insecticide kills the insects, herbicide kills the plant, rodenticide kills the rodents like rats and mice, bactericides kills the bacteria, fungicides kills the fungi, larvicides kills the larva of the any organism. So just an classification can be done by means of their action or killing the pest. Natural pesticides can also be classified into two parts, that is mineral oils like saturated fat, paraffins, naphthens, aromatics, and plant derived like nicotin, citronella oil, and azadirachtin, which is obtained from the neem. Synthetic, we can see organic and inorganic. Organic, organochlorides, organophosphorus derivatives, pyrethroids, triazines, carbamates, neonicotinoids, or comes in organics. And inorganics, copper sulfate, ferrous sulfate, sulfur. So even sometimes the natural pesticides, they used to say biopesticides. There are many biopesticides obtained in microorganism which is also available, but we are not going in detail, but still a definition. It's having a relation by natural pesticides. The biopesticides are a type of pesticides obtained from natural resources such as animals, plants, bacteria, and certain minerals. So this is the same definition which you have given for natural pesticides. So they can ask even questions right about biopesticides, natural pesticides. So the students should be able to write the answer from this, a brief explanation which I am giving. The pros of organic and natural pest control. The advantages, pros, advantages or merits of natural pesticides or pest control. Number one, lightening, reducing the carbon footprint. Carbon footprint, what is a carbon footprint? What is a part of your carbon footprint? By transport, by telephone, internet using, by recycling, by food housing and electricity, water, gas usage and wastage. These all have the impact in carbon footprint. So this can be reduced. This can be reduced while you are using a natural pesticides if you are avoid the usage of synthetic chemicals. Long term, healthier plants can be obtained is an advantage when you are using natural pesticides. Pest cannot develop a resistance, like when you are even human, we are having resistance to various drugs, tolerance, resistant to antibiotics, these all things usage. But in natural pesticides, when you are using, it may not cause resistance. You can see resistance even in Second World War when they tried to eradicate malaria by using EDTA. Now EDTA resistant to malaria, that is for the mosquito have been happen. So resistant will not develop when you are using natural pesticides. Less odor because of natural ingredients, safer for children, pets and other outdoor animals. Cons, disadvantages of organic and natural pest control. Disadvantages or demerits, they may ask the question. So cost, more money needed, more resource or products are needed for the production because we have less natural pest control have been invented. Take longer to see the result actually. You have to wait for longer time. Immediate action like chemicals cannot be synthetic chemicals which you are applying as a pesticide. This you need some to wait. You need professional education how to apply to do effectively, and some pests may still linger after using. It may not be eradicated completely, linger after the treatment also. So some example of natural pesticides when you see in this class which we are going to see about Margosa, note it down, that is the neem synonym, Margosa, neem, Acorus, Pyrethrum, Nicotin, Rotino, Sabadilla, Rania, Quassia. These 8 of them we are going to discuss in little briefly. You can have more reference and have more detail for your notes, your own notes you can keep. You have time, but still I am giving you a brief explanation. First we will start with the Margosa, Neem. It is obtained from the dried aerial part of neem tree. Asadricitta indica. Belonging to the family Meliaceae. This is the plant, neem tree. You know that Asadricitta indica. The leaf contain asadricin, meliantriol, salantin, rutin are present in the leaves. They act as an insect repellent, anti-feedant. Seeds of neem contain nimbin, nimbidin, asadricin, antiviral agent, insect repellent. Flower of neem, flower contain nimbosterol, myristicin, camphorol. It is insecticide. Fruits of neem contain diacetyl, asadricitinol. It paralyzes the swallowing mechanism of insects and acts as an insecticide. The barks of the neem tree contain nimbin, nimbidin, nimbinin, margalone, nimbidiol, nimbolicin. This is the barks of the neem tree. They are having antiviral agent and antibacterial agent. Roots of neem tree contain nimbidiol, nimbolicin, nimbolicidin, margocinin and margocinilin. The roots, these are the roots of the neem tree. They have antiviral agent and they are antibacterial agent. Neem oil, it contains 2% of bitter active constituents containing nimbin, nimbidin, nimbinin, nimbidiol, sugiol, melantriol, asadridione are the main constituent present in the oil of neem oil. They are used not only as an insecticidal, they are spermicidal action and contraceptive agent. Also they have some application in pharmacological action, therapeutic action. Neem cake, remnants of oil extraction, sulfur content of 1.07 to 1.36 percentage, nitrogen content and 2.3 percentage is there. This neem cake available in the market in this form. They are anti-nematode coating of fertilizer urea with extracts of neem cake, increases the protein content in the crop. Not only it can act as a pesticides and it can protect the plant, it can even increase the protein content in the crops. Acorus, you can see the picture is actually caterpillars which can be killed by this Acorus. It obtained from the plant house Acorus, not Acorus, Acorus. Calamus, Acorus calamus. It is effective against aphids, flies and caterpillars, which are pests and which can eat the leaves. This is the Acorus calamus powder, which is prepared from the roots of this plant. It can prevent this apis, flies and apis, leaf eating pests and caterpillars. Calamus has toxic effect against many insects. It's essential rhizome oil showed a sterilizing effect against the eggs of Cytophilus granaris. This is Cytophilus granaris. Cytophilus oreaceae, the species. And you can see Calasobruchus chinensis. They are very dangerous pests which can finish the leaf within a short period. And also they showed an larval activity, larvicidal activity against the Culex, Queen Q fascicatus mosquito. It has, in larval stage itself, it has an cidal effect to kill the mosquito. So these are some of the very interesting effect of Acorus calamus. This is the mosquito, that is Culex, Queen Q fasciatus. Pyrethrum. It's an important question, many times they have asked. It is obtained from a white flower of the plant. White flower. Yellowish flowers are also available. Usually it is taken from white flower. I have taken the picture of yellow flower because we know that the chrysanthemum cinarifolium or cinarifolium you can say. Chrysanthemum cinarifolium obtained belonging to the Compositae family. It is effective against aphids and ectoparasites. They are the pyrethrum containing pyrethrin 1, pyrethrin 2, which are responsible for insecticidal action. These are white flowers usually, they are having this constituent. And pyrethrins, you can see pyrethrin 1, esters of chrysanthemum, acid and alcoholic groups. You can see pyrethrin, alcoholic group is pyrethrin 1, cynarin 1 and cynarilone, and jasmalin 1 and basmalin. And you can see pyrethrin in second 2, you can see esters of pyretric acid with alcoholic group. That one is chrysanthemum acid with alcoholic group. This is pyrethrin 2 means pyretric acid with alcoholic groups. So you can see pyrethrin 2, the alcoholic group will be pyrethron, and cynarin 2, the alcoholic group with cynarolone, and jasmolin 2, jasmalin. So that will be easy for the students to write. Only thing is pyrethrin 1 will be pyretric acid and alcoholic group, and 2 will be pyrethrin acid and alcoholic group. Pyrethrin 1 will be chrysanthemum acid and alcoholic group. This is the structure. It is having an organic structure with a long chain, with having an esteric COO group with linked with an lactone ring of 5-membered. R1 and R2 if you change by means of substitution with methyl group and as well as the allyl group of R2 as shown in the substitution. Pyrethrin 1, cynarin 1, jasmolin 1, pyrethrin 2, cynarin 2 and jasmolin 2 can be easily written by the student. Pyrethrin affects on the insect's nervous system. It affects the nervous system through a deadly toxic effect. Almost immediately upon contact with the compound, the insect dies from a form of paralysis, so that the insect died very fast by pyrethrum. Number 4, Nicotin. It is obtained from tobacco plant, Nicotiana tabacum and Nicotiana rustica, belonging to Solanaceae family. This is Nicotiana tabacum and this is Nicotiana rustica, yellowish flower. It is a pyridine and a pyridine type of alkaloid and possess contact insecticide action against aphid ectoparasites. Rotino. It is derived from the roots and rhizome of Dius elliptica. In 19th century, it was very much commonly from 19th century it was used. Dius malicensis belongs to, BL means belongs to, the typing error, belongs to Leguminosae family. It is used to kill aphids, cattle grips, vegetable pests, etc. This is the plant flower of Dius elliptica, and this is the roots or rhizome and powdered one, and this is about the aphids, cattle groups which are affecting the vegetables, and this is about the Dius, another species, Malasinensis is also, the roots and rhizomes are having pesticidal effect. Sabalila, it is obtained from the dried ripe seeds of Squinocolum officinale, belonging to Liliaceae. Squinocolon, you can say. This is the plant, beautiful flower, and the seed. Actually, we are taking the ripe seed, 5 millimeter length actually, very small. This is the dried one. It contains the veratrin alkaloid, spadine and the sabadine, which are toxic to insects like bugs, trips, even human lice also it can be used. Rania. It is obtained from the roots and the stems of Rania speciosa or speciosa family. Phlocotriosae. It is used against borers and other pests. It's very beautiful flower in the fruit. Rhyodine is the constituent which is present in this plant, especially the roots and the stems which you are using. Rania speciosa. The stems can be taken for the use as a pesticide. Quassia, wood. It is obtained from the tree Quassia amara. It is effective against sawfly and aphids. This is a reddish blue beautiful flower. Even the wood is having more fluoroglucinol. It can be obtained. It has more. Xylem will be pink in color, very pinkish color when you use fluoroglucinol. This is the fruit. This is the wood which we are taking from Quassia. Sawfly can be killed by means of Quassia, and apis, you can see that leaf cutter, leaf eater. Quassia amara extract can be obtained by boiling Quassia amara chips, which shown in the picture, in water and removing the wood chips outwards, and the extract containing quassin and neoquassin, that is the main constituent, which acts as an insecticidal pest properties. They have the insecticidal properties. Now we are going to discuss about some few natural homemade insecticides. Vegetable oil spray can also be used as an insecticide. To make a basic oil spray insecticide, mix 1 cup of vegetable oil with 1 teaspoonful of soap. Cover and shake thoroughly, and then when ready to apply, add 2 spoonful of oil spray. Mix for 1 liter in water and shake thoroughly and spray directly on the surface of the plant which are being affected by the pest. So pest can be killed by means of this vegetable oil spray. Oil coats on the bodies of the insects effectively suffocate them as it blocks the pores through the which they breathe. So breathing difficulty and they will die. Neem oil spray can be done. Neem oil, taking extract from the seeds of the neem tree, is a powerful natural pesticide, already we have discussed, capable of disrupting the life cycle of insects at all stages. Whether it is an adult, larva, or in the egg stage also they can kill them, making it as a great resource for the organic gardener. For organic garden, he can use as a natural pesticide. Diatomaceous earth is a mineral source. To apply simple dust in the ground, around the plant you can keep as shown in the picture. Around the plant is a white powder. Around the plant, we can sprinkle it on the foliage, where it is helpful to control the snail and the slugs as well as other crawling insects. Snails and slugs. Snails will be having a shell, but the slugs will not be having shells. Diatomaceous is an earth, actually diatomaceous. Diatomaceous earth consists of a fossilous remains in the diatoms, a type of hard shell, microalgae that have accumulated over millions of years. It is also called as kesselgar, a natural occurring soft, siliceous sedimentary rock that can be crumbled into fine white white powder. Basic garlic spray. Garlic is well known for its pungent aroma, which is delectable to some of the pests. It's yet repellent to others, and it is strong scent that comes to play when used as a natural pesticide. It can send back the pesticides. It can repel the pesticide. So it can be prepared to make a basic garlic spray. Take 2 whole bulbs and make a paste in a blender with a small amount of water. Let the mixture sit overnight, keep for overnight, then strain it into 1 liter jar, adding one half cup of vegetable oil. It's an optional. 1 teaspoonful of mild liquid soap, enough water to fill the jar 1 liter. To use this natural pesticide, use 1 cup of mixture with 1 liter of water and spray liberally on the infected plant or the pesticide. When the pesticide is already there, you can spray this and they will just be repelled and they will be sent out of that particular plant. So it will be saved. Chili pepper spray also can be sprayed as a pesticide. Similarly, the garlic spray, chili pepper spray is a great homemade natural insect repellent that can use for a variety of different pests. Chili spray can be made from either fresh hot peppers or chili pepper powder can be used. Tomato leaf spray. Interesting. Tomato plant, you know that leaf spray can be sprayed, suppose if it is getting affected by any pest, any plant. This is a garden plant they are using. Tomato plants are a part of nightshade family, Solanaceae family, and nightshade, that means belladonna is Solanaceae family, and as such contain alkaloids such as aptly named as tomatin is present in the leaf. They can effectively control the apis and other insects. This is, you know that these insects will be used, usually they will eat the leaves, make holes, which is shown in the picture. So take the leaves of the tomato plant. To make a tomato leaf spray, a natural pesticide, scoop 2 cups of fresh tomato leaves, which can be taken from the bottom part of the plant is very good, into 1 liter of water and let steep overnight. You keep for overnight. No crushing, nothing. Just make it small pieces and keep it inside overnight. Stain after that and plant material and spray into the plant foliage. You can see this is a very simple chapter which we have discussed. We have seen about the questions which were asked from since 2015 in Kuhas, university examination. So it's one interesting chapter, a small chapter. I hope it will be helpful for you to prepare little more reference natural pesticides, the homemade pesticides, some interesting details and the chemical formulas should be written if they ask 10 mark question. Thank you very much. I hope it is useful for you to go for the preparation.